Onion rings, those golden crispy halos of deliciousness. You find them everywhere these days, piled high in baskets at diners, stacked next to burgers at the drive-thru, or even dressed up at fancy restaurants. But have you ever wondered where onion rings actually come from? Today, I'm peeling back the layers on the surprising origins and evolution of this crunchy classic. Let's kick things off way back in 1747. That's right, centuries ago, when Hannah Glass included a recipe called fried onions in rings in her book The Art of Cookery Made Plain and Easy. But these weren't the onion rings we know and love today, more like battered onions, with no hint of beer batter or breadcrumbs. Still, it's amazing to think people were already slicing onions into rings and frying them up. Fast forward to 1802 and you'll find Richard Briggs in his book The New Art of Cookery, describing onions sliced into rings, dipped in batter and fried. Sounds familiar, right? But back then, these were rare treats. Definitely not an everyday snack. The real onion ring revolution didn't kick off until the early 1900s. Deep frying was becoming all the rage, thanks to innovations like Crisco. A 1910 Crisco ad featured a recipe for French fried onions, thinly sliced, dredged in flour, and deep fried to crispy perfection. But the phrase onion rings made its debut in a 1933 ad for Kirby's Pig Stand, a New York restaurant. That's when onion rings started to show up in cookbooks and on menus across America. They were no longer just a novelty. They were on their way to becoming fast food royalty. After World War II, onion rings exploded in popularity. Fast food chains and frozen food brands jumped on board. The 1950s brought us Ore-Ida, turning onion rings into a freezer staple. In the 1960s, Sam's Tavern in Seattle and A&W put onion rings front and center, and by 1979, Burger King was serving up those famous golden circles we still crave today. And let's not forget the global spin-offs. In India, you've got onion bhaji, spiced chickpea-battered onion fritters. Japan gives us light tempura-battered onion rings. Even Outback Steakhouse jumped in with their iconic bloomin' onion in the 1980s, a deep-fried, flower-shaped masterpiece. Today, onion rings are everywhere. Beer-battered, gluten-free, breaded, gourmet, or classic, there's a ring for every taste. So next time you bite into a crunchy, savory onion ring, remember, you're sinking your teeth into centuries of flavor and history, perfected by generations of fry cooks and fast food dreamers. The end, or should I say, the crunch lives on.